Hello everyone, so today I'm going to take a look at the same project that we did yesterday, which are these expand cards. But today we're going to do it with Vue.js. Yesterday was with React. Today we're going to use Vue. So let's start with the project here. I'm going to use Vite, so npm create Vite latest so that we can create our project. We need to name our project. Let's name Expandable Cards. View, let's use JavaScript. Then let's enter the project. Expandable Cards. Let's open our VS Code with code space dot. And now let's install the dependencies. Let me manage this while he's installing everything. It already installed everything, so this is our basic project. We can run our project using npm run dev. Okay, now we have this project. So this is the basic layout for the project. That is when you create a new project using Vite plus Vue. Now we can start the project. We can start with the styles. These are the basic styles for the project. We can delete everything. Then we can use box sizing, border box. So this is going to make every length, every width and height that we put is going to calculate using all the box size. So it's going to count the margin and the padding also. Then have the body. We're just going to make this centered. So display flex, justify content center, line item center, width 100, height also 100%. I think this is center. Let's put margin 0 and overflow hidden. So anything we have that passes our window, it's not gonna show. Okay, this is it for the basic styling. Now we have our components. We have the app.view, which is the main part of our application. You have this image on assets, which is an SVG image. Okay, so let's start cleaning all of this. In app.view, we're not going to use this style here. I'm going to clean all of this. I'm going to put this. I like the template to be above. And now under our component, we also are going to delete everything. And delete everything. And let me put this script below. Okay. So let's rename our component. Instead of hello world, we're going to call it expandable cards. What he's doing is that he's saying that he's going to change the name here. This is not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. Come back here. So in our app.view, he changed the name, but he also need to change this name. And now we have it. Okay, so here we have the app. Here we have the component. We're going to render our component here. You can put anything here like h1, hello. And then we're going to put our component here. Let's just copy the name. So we have hello here. Now we need to put the images inside here. So we have, let's delete this image. We're not going to use it. And I am using 5 images. You can go to Unsplash if you want it. And can use any image that you want. You can search for landscape. I prefer using these 2:1 rational proportional images because it's going to be better for us to style. But you can pretty much choose anything you want. I'm going also leave the code here for this project, the description, so you can use the images that I'm using there. Let me take the images here that I already have here. Okay. So I named them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to be easier for us. And now we have here, we're going to import our images. Let's call image 1. Image 1. Oh my goodness, I'm doing something that I shouldn't here. Image 1 from assets 1.jpg. Let's copy this, put format times. Let's change this to 2, change this to 3, change this to 4, change this to 5. Okay, we have our 5 images. What we are going to do now is take those images and pass to this component. And inside the component, we're going to render these 5 images. So first, let's make a const images. It's going to be an array with image 1, image 2, image 3, image 4, and image 5. We're going to pass these images to the component. Inside here, this is a text. If you want to pass the images, we need to bind the images so that view can know that this is not a text. This is actually this constant that we created. So we just put this double dot here. Then we can bind it. This is a prop. Now inside the component, we need to get these props. And for that, we need to define props. Inside those props, we put the images. This is optional, but I really like to put the type, which is an array. And if it is required, in our case, it is required. Okay, so now we have our images here. We can render them. And let's do like this. We're going to make a div with a class that's going to be the container. Inside this container, we're going to have another div. In this div, we're going to render them with our images. So we make before images index in images. Actually, here is just image. So what this does is this is going to take all the images and copy this element for the number of times these images have, which is like five images. So you're gonna have this div repeated like 5 times. Inside here you have image, and we're gonna pass our image here. So this is a text, but it's not a text. What do you want? You want him to actually use the image. So we need to bind them using this double dot. Let's see if it works. Okay, so I refresh and now it's working. We have only one image for now because we need to make this styles for the images. We cannot forget to bind the key with the index. This way you can know if it has any changes. We're going to put a class here. Let's call it box for now. And now let's start to make this styling of our component. So the container, let's just make display flags, justify content center. I really want this to be 9% of the window. And the height, let me put only 6 the height because that's what I want it to be centered. Why is not centered? Mm, okay, let me do like this. So, okay, now we have the container. We need to style the box. So I want each image to have like 10% of the width that I calculated here. So for that, we're gonna make width calc. It's gonna take 100%, which is this. It's going to divide by 10. So now you have the 5 images. Let's make this height 100%. I'm back again. Now let's make this overflow hidden. My goodness. Okay, you have the 5 images. Let's put a gap between the images of 20 pixels. Okay. Let's make a border radius 50 pixels. Good. Now let's style the image itself. This is just the box that is outside the image. Now we want to style the image. So let's make the height 100%. The width 100%. So what it does now, all the images is inside the image itself. So it's compressed. And that's not what we want. We want that the image has its original size. So we make object fit cover. So now the image has its original size inside itself. And now what we want is when we start, the first image should be opened, should be expanded like this. So for that, we're gonna do like, let's put a class here. And I'm binding this class because I'm going to use this attribute right here. I'm going to make active. So I want this class to be posted here if active is equal to index. So what this does is we're going to create a const here. Let's call it active. It's going to be ref. This ref is what's going to make a view saying, okay, I need to watch for this constant. If it changes, I need to take a look at the layout and see if I need to change something. We need to import the ref. Inside here, I'm going to put 0. So if this active is the same as the index, then the box is going to receive the class active. And the class active is going to be like the box is going to be 100% width. Okay, so if I change this for like 2, it's going to the number 2. If I change back to the number 0, it's going to back to the first box. And now what you want is that when we click one of these, it changes which box, which image should be expanded. So I'm going to use click event. Let's say call this change image. I'm going to pass index as this change, and here I'm going to make a function that receive index, and when I click the box, it's going to make the active dot value receive the index. So what this does is when we have the ref, we need to put $value. So he's just putting the index inside the active variable. So now when I click, it expands. Let me just put what is the name? I just want to put the cursor pointer. So now the cursor is make another this pointer layout. And you can see that when we click, it just expands very fast. That's not what we want. We want a transition. Let's put all elements 700 milliseconds. So this transition is going to take 700 milliseconds to happen. And it's going to be easy in out. So now when we click, what it does, easy in out means that when the transition starts, it's going to accelerate. Then it's going to maintain the value. Then it's going to reduce the deceleration, the speed of this transition. So this gives a very smooth transition here. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think, what other project you'd like me to do next. And that's it.